What's going on, everybody? It's Achilles OBT coming at you with a brand new video, and in today's video we are closing out the support series with the #1 ranked support, in my personal opinion, Malfurion Storm Rage. This one has been quite the journey from 10 to 1. It's actually something that I've had a lot more fun doing than I thought I would, and we're looking to close out this thing pretty strong. But before we get into the game, I just want to stress for the last time that this is basically where I see the heroes ranked from 10 to 1, the supports only, in my personal opinion, in the current meta right now. This is not something that's meant to like tilt or rage hardcore support mains out there. This is purely just based on how I see these heroes, and a lot of this is based on the hero's individual ability to keep their teammates alive in the fight, along with other support-like things. So, without further ado, let's get into this last one and finish strong.
Balloon, grant us strength.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is the second time we're attempting this. We're gonna be on the Tomb of the Spider Queen this time. Going over the compositions in this one, our friendly team will be Lunara, Vala, Zarya, Samuro, and myself as Malfurion, going against the Kerrigan, Butcher, Morales, Hammer, and an Arthas. So, we're going to be going for Shando's Clarity here at level 1. Where do I begin with Malfurion? These type of situations are a little rough because I tend to cover a lot of information when I try to get these games done. And when you have a game where you get a lot of information out there and you lose, and it's really like something that's not watchable or just impossible to upload, to like kind of gear yourself up to go through the whole process again for a second attempt at the same video is a bit of a process. It's a little tedious, but nonetheless, we're gonna try our best. Thankfully, we were able to trade that. I wasn't so sure on our ability to keep Zarya alive right there, considering what was going on. Man, this really turned in our favor. If I could just get a root. Oh, man. See, if that situation would have went down when we were already at level 4, that would have been a completely different outcome as far as that last kill that we almost secured. So, one thing I feel like you immediately need to point out about Malfurion, that Kerrigan was really suicidal right there. She really wanted to die, and she got her wish. One thing you need to point out about Malfurion, whenever talking about this hero, is Innervate. The fact that he has an ability that can give people mana is insane. He's the only hero in the game that actually can do that, and it immediately like skyrockets his value. Now, this used to always be a pretty strong ability on this character, but the thing that actually that they changed about it, which is the reason why he's like so powerful right now, is the fact that it no longer before it only used to give mana. Now it gives mana and it reduces the cooldowns of all of the basic abilities of the recipient. So essentially, it almost feels like Malfurion has a castable battle momentum attached to his Innervate. So it just made the ability it took the ability from like strong to ridiculous. So, we have a hammer situation. I wasn't aware. Definitely a bad call on my part, not staying aware of that. We are going to try and keep Vala alive right here, and we're going to go for a Fountain as well. We're going to go for a Loon's Grace here at level 4. What this is going to do is give me the ability to cast everything from farther, so my positioning is going to be that much better for the fact that we have this upgrade. So, where is Hammer right now? We can't really see her on the map. She's in the bottom. Okay. Going pretty hard here in the mid lane, and I actually don't think that this is the wrong call for me to stay put, because there appears to be like the biggest threat in the middle lane right now. I am going to rotate up here though. Oh, no, I'm not. Hammer actually rotated too. We did put the root down, and we're going to zone a few people away with that. We're going to make sure we back away here and make sure we keep an eye on who needs the help the most. It looks like it was Lunara. We're going to put the Innovate on Vala. It was actually always a good target for that, by the way, because her cooldowns are a little hardcore. But they have to be, because her damage upside is ridiculous. Pretty sure that's the real Samuro. And again, we get 2 kills. So the kill potential with this team is fantastic so far. Hopefully that's something that keeps going. I mean, it goes without saying that we have a ton of damage on this team. But a lot of that is going to be dependent on Zarya's ability to stay alive, which really means it's going to be on my ability to keep Zarya alive. I'm going to try and put that root on Butch. We're not successful in doing so, but we could still grab this. I'm going to put another Innovate on Vala. And again, like, that's the biggest thing about Malfurion, that, like, a big reason he's so high on my list is just how much of an effect he has on the game just by being around. Like, we are affecting so many things right now, and with relative ease too. Like, that's the biggest thing that I want to point out. I don't have the mana to put down a root either, so I cannot help on that. We are going to go for cleanse here. It's unfortunate timing. If I had any mana whatsoever, I could have stopped that from happening, and we would have been just fine. That's one thing that makes it balanced, though. Malfurion, for all of his ability to give people mana, he cannot cast it on himself, kind of like Cleanse, the current Cleanse right now. It's the biggest way to make a really, really powerful talent. Oh my god, why would you face check that? It's just not smart. Did momentarily lock down that Butcher. We might be able to get a kill here on Kerrigan. So the Kerrigan appears to be the one that we have to take advantage of on the enemy team. I am going to use this opportunity to turn in. Yep. Looks like they have a big situation going down in the bottom lane. We're going to make our way down there, hopefully in time to actually affect what's going on. We're going to put that heal on Zarya. We're going to root this Arthas. And we're going to make sure she's in a good situation. We have a lot of push with Zarya right now, as long as she has high energy. And it definitely appears to be something that we're trying to take advantage of too, which is fantastic. Now with that being said, we're still going to watch our positioning. We're going to put the root down right there. It is going to isolate Butcher. I'm going to put another Innovate on Vala. Teammates are going to be just fine. I do have Cleanse just in case anything gets crazy. One good thing about Cleanse is that it does not require mana, so I can cast it as long as it's off cooldown. I'm gonna put that right behind Butcher. Again, so far we're getting massive value out of our roots. It seems like every single time we put it down, we come close, or we actually successfully zone somebody away. It's just as much the goal as actually locking someone down in one spot.
Nicely done.
We did rotate up here in time to actually give Vala a little bit of a boost. And we did get a successful turn in. Hammer's pushing the bottom lane again. We do reach level 10 before the enemy team. No doubt, because we've had no trouble whatsoever securing these kills. We are going to put the root down right there. That'll be an easy win on Hammer. Hammer's kind of losing patience out there because she keeps pushing lanes. She keeps overextending by herself, and it's not what her team needs her to be doing right now. Again, we're still hesitating on Cleanse right now because there are no immediate threats whenever that Arthas lands that. Give him that heal, he'll be just fine. Everybody's doing good. See if we can keep this up. I definitely botched that heal. That was my fault. I was aiming for Lunara, and I don't know who I put that on right there at all. I'm going to put that root down. We almost got Kerrigan. That would help a lot, actually. Now we have Vision. Going to put that on Samuro. Heals are on cooldown right now. We're going to help him get this down. Oh, okay, I'm going to move in. I got pushed away so hard right there. That was unfortunate. Butcher definitely almost had us right there, too. We need to get out. I'm going to put that down. Everybody needs to back. I'm not sure. I didn't see exactly what pushed me right there, but that was really, really, really unfortunate. I went from being in a position to get my ult off on 3 targets to being in a position to get my ult off on no targets, just in a matter of that push. Again, if I didn't mention it earlier, Malfurion really is the closest thing you could find in the game to a moving healing fountain. Wow. Lunar is playing such a dangerous game, man. We did actually successfully root Arthas right there. I'm trying my best to, like, keep my eyes open for targets, because that could have gotten really dicey right there. We are going to go for Shrink Ray here at level 13. Adding more crowd control is definitely not a bad thing. We're going to put that Innervate on Lunar, make sure she's in a good situation. Right now, our man is actually in a good spot, too. We are going to put that root down prematurely. Actually allowed Lunar to do her thing right there. That was a good little side benefit. We're going to put the heal on ourselves, just to make sure we're okay. And again, we're going to put the Innervate on Vala. Now, the enemy team did actually get a successful turn-in right there, but at this point, we're in a position to possibly get a keep. And that's actually something that's worth losing a turn-in for. Okay, that's what pushed me. I forgot about the Morales. This is a fantastic play right here. We got the keep already. All we need to do is back away. Tried my best to do anything right there. We're going to put the root down right there. Okay, I will step up if I need to. That hammer bullet hurts so bad. Did put the silence down. Oh, I'm getting body blocked by Zarya. Zarya almost saved me right there. I could not get my root down. And we're all falling here. This is not what we needed at all. Butcher is going to get that kill. Zarya might still be in trouble right here, too. Samuro finally shows up. I'm not sure where he was. Thankfully, though, they were able to stop the push right here before it gets, like, really out of control. Ugh. That was rough.
My time has yet to come.
All right, we're going to rotate to the bottom lane. Butcher is way back there going for stacks right now, so he's already got full stacks. So he is going to be an issue. Hopefully that's something my teammates actually pay attention to. Don't take that lightly. There's no need for Zarya to be that pushed up. They already backed away. Vala right now is actually in a situation by herself. Thankfully, they did not get her killed. We're going to put the root on Hammer. We're going to put that heal on Vala. And the Innervate. Oh, that was a poor use of my ult right there. Whoa. Definitely not the greatest use of my ult right there.
In the name of Scenarius.
Oh, this is what got us. This is exactly what got me in trouble last game. It might be a better result this time just based on positioning, but this is exactly what cost me my last game. Everything was going good for my team in the last one, and then we had a premature boss call in the middle. They're watching for this. Somebody's looking. Okay, we got away with it. We had a premature boss call. We all got wiped out, and then the enemy team got the boss, got a few mercenary camps, and got the objective all back to back to back to back. And we just never could recover from that. All right, here we go. I'm going to put that, okay, we got it. We're getting everybody. It's fantastic. I am going to go for Tenacious Roots. Oh my god, I can't pick my upgrade. There we go. Okay. That was definitely a fail right there. I just completely missed what happened. Thankfully, nobody died. I'm going to put this down. One thing I want to point out, though, with Malfurion, it really is, like, as simple as, like, seeing it as, if he's alive and he's around the team, he makes all of his friendlies, like, almost 3 times as effective as they already are. It's insane. And look how easy we won that game. Like, that's crazy. Less than 14 minutes. What a turnaround from the game I tried to get before this.
MVP.
But you know what? I do think that's indicative of, like, the Malfurion effect. The fact that we were able to get that done so fast. We had a solo tank Zarya that we were able to keep alive in most instances. And definitely they played a great game to themselves, too. They got MVP for a reason. And for the most part, we had a good team. We had a few deaths that we could have definitely avoided getting, but thankfully it didn't cost us the game. We were still able to come out of it with a win, and I feel like we still did a good enough job of showcasing exactly what makes Malfurion like such a high prospect on this list. We only missed out on 2 kills. We did die. We did go down once again in that one blitz that the enemy team made. Really, like, there's not a whole lot of bad you can say about Malfurion right now. When you go into Hero League, almost every single game at this moment, he's an insta-ban the first round. Him and Samuro are banned almost every single time. You notice we had both Samuro and Malfurion on this one roster, along with Zarya and Vala. Like, those are 4 tier 1 picks in one composition. And Lenara is a very, very respectable hero in her own right as far as what she can do. So the composition we had, if you're just going off of like where the heroes' power levels are right now in the game, we had an extremely good composition going against whatever they had, and you saw it. The end result was a 14-minute win. Yeah, Malf is like extremely strong right now. Like, there's no other way to put it. He can affect basically everything that's going on. He puts your cooldowns, like, he cuts your cooldowns in half while giving you mana, like on like 80, I'd say about on like 90% of the roster. That is a big deal. His heals never fall off at all. They only get better as he levels up, and you never have to use an upgrade on him. And because you never have to use an upgrade, through your talent tree, it leaves you open to add actives that actually affect team fights in other ways. So again, like, I can't think of anything really bad to say about him. Like, he's number 1 for a reason. Like, he's just that good. He's that good. I believe he's still a 2K hero at the moment too. Yeah, I don't think there was a Muradin situation going on where Muradin has been buffed and changed around to the point of like being like outstanding right now. To the point where they raised his prices not too long ago. He went from being a 2K hero to a 4K hero. So Malfurion is still very, very much affordable. If you have Lily on your account right now and you don't have Malfurion, you're doing it wrong. Honestly, I vouched for Lily on the video I did for her at number 6, so I don't need to cover that. But there's no reason whatsoever that you should not have one of the strongest supports in the game on your roster. And he's only a 2K. He's only 2K gold. You can get him within an hour on a brand new account. Not even like, well, an hour saying like 2 games without a stim pack. You can get him after 2 games. So again, if you need options to support, there's really no better option than Malfurion. If you are in Hero League going through a draft and somehow he doesn't get banned, you need to grab him as fast as possible, because it does not appear that Blizzard is looking to nerf him. They like where he's at. From all signs point to them liking exactly where he's at. I honestly don't feel like he's unbeatable. Like, I played against plenty of compositions that had him and we still won. But he is an outstanding support. He does the job. He does everything you absolutely need him to do, and he does it in spades. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this series as a whole. It was something different that I wanted to bring to the channel. Again, it definitely made the channel a lot more active. For the most part, we had an upload going every single day, and then we had a little bit of a fall off with the number 1 video. There were reasons for that, and I do apologize on my end for not getting the content out that last day consecutively. But for the most part, though, like, looking back at it, I had a lot of fun playing the supports one at a time. It actually helped me work on one aspect of my game, which is cleanse. Cleanse was something that I was not comfortable with at all when I started the series, and now I actually feel a lot better about it to the point where I pick it almost every single time that I can. Regardless of the support that I have, I definitely have a mind for it now, so that's one little side benefit from playing all the supports. And I guess that's the ultimate message behind doing something like this, is that if you find yourself trying, if you consider yourself a player that's looking to really get into Hero League, there's no reason that you should be there and you're only comfortable with playing one role. If you're only comfortable playing one role, there's no other way to put it. At some point, you're gonna hurt the value and the winning potential of your team because you can only play one role. It does not matter how good you are at that one role. It is not a guarantee that you're going to get it every single time you play. And if you're one of those players that picks it no matter what, then at some point you're going to pick it at the cost of your team's composition, and that's exactly what leads to surefire losses in most cases. So again, that's a bigger message behind the support series, because essentially, if you're not willing to fill, all you're really saying, and I brought this up in another video, if all you're really saying, if you're not willing to fill, is that you're not willing to play tank and you're not willing to play support. And that was the idea behind showcasing the supports in this 10 video series. So again, hopefully this is something you guys enjoyed. It is something that I would entertain doing with the other roles, but I felt like support was the best place to start, because I feel like support is the most underappreciated role in the game. I mean, there could be an argument for warrior as well, honestly, because those are the two dirty work roles, if you will. They're not the fun roles at all. They don't have the overly fun and sexy things going for them the way that damage dealers do. That's not to say that they have boring heroes, because that's definitely not what I'm saying at all. But nobody jumps out of their seats like to play a damage soaker and damage mitigator. Like I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Like across like all MOBAs or like class-based games, RPGs, things of that nature. You don't see the maximum populace going out of their way to play these roles that actually play a large part in like winning and losing. Honestly, for all the credit that damage dealers get, they wouldn't be able to do their jobs if they didn't have the big guys in the front taking all the hardcore damage, and if they didn't have the healers in the back mitigating all of the damage they do take. So keep that in mind when you go through Hero League picking assassin every single game, game after game after game after game. Understand that as talented as you are, at the end of the day, a lot of what you do is going to be predicated on the talent levels of the guys you have in the front and the guys you have in the back. Again, hopefully this is something that you guys enjoyed and appreciated or whatever. Moving forward, if I do elect to do another series for other roles, I had an idea to actually bring the number down to 5 heroes instead of 10. I think support just worked out perfectly where there was 10 heroes in the game, so I was able to actually do a top 10. But when you talk about tank in specific, there is a difference between like bruisers and actual conventional tanks. And for that reason alone, I don't think it would be fair and it would make much sense to do a top 10 for the warrior class when there are two separate types of warriors. And there are enough to do a top 5 both ways. So if I were to elect to do one for the warrior, it would actually be 2 separate sets of 5. And the same thing goes for assassins. There would be 2 separate sets of 5 between melee assassins and range assassins. But time will tell if we actually do that. If it's something you would like to see, definitely put it in the comments. I will see it, and it's something that I will factor in moving forward. Hopefully you enjoyed this series. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. As always, I appreciate the support. I'm definitely excited about the variant announcement. I liked everything that I saw, and I definitely look forward to playing him on the PTR. Hopefully you guys have fun with that as well throughout the week. And hopefully you guys just having fun with the game in general. It looks like good times are ahead for Heroes of the Storm, and I can't wait to actually be a part of it. As always, I appreciate the support. This is Achilles LBT. That's Achilles with the Z. Remember it.